Okay, making 3/4 inch stops. The first thing I want to do is rip some strips. I'm going to make these 1.5 inches wide, and out of this piece I should be able to get 2, 4, 5 strips, and then out of each strip I will get 3 2-inch stops. So I'm going to take 2 strips and make 6 regular stops. Maybe I'll use 3 strips. The other 2 strips, depending upon which way I want to go, I'm going to make a double purpose stop, one that can be used for 3/4 inch or one that can be used with half. And I'll show you what I mean once we get to that point. So let's get these strips made here. Gotta get some safety glasses. Now we're good to go. Blanks. Next operation is done at the router table. Alright, the anatomy of a stop block for an aluminum extrusion. You want to create this little tab here, but you don't want that tab to be too deep. And by that I mean this. Let me show you. So you can see on this cross section of extrusion here, this is happens to be 40 by 80, but this little tab, you don't want to extend down below this thickness of the extrusion, otherwise your T-nut will bottom out on the tab and not bite into the extrusion and give you the holding power you want. So it can be, it doesn't even have to be this deep, just shallow, just enough there to keep it from twisting. That's what when I make them, that's what I want. I don't want this thing to twist side to side. I want it in there to keep this edge square to whatever I'm trying to stop or hold. So that's the idea there. So I've got my router table set up. Took me a couple of songs, but it's good to go. And oh, the other thing I want to tell you before I leave here. This width is about 320 thousandths. And I say about because when they manufacture these extrusions, they say plus or minus, I think it's 5 thousandths this slot. But a 1/4 inch bolt or a 5/16 bolt even fits in here nicely. But you want to just try it out and get a nice fit. Alright, I got my 4 blanks. Even with the cutting them all at the same time, I got 2 that slide really easy. These 2. This one, this one slides easy, but it's a perfect fit. This one is a little snug, but it still slides. So I'm going to leave it alone. Like I say, I'd rather have them a little too tight than loose. So, and that's fitting in this extrusion. I got to try them in my other one to see if they're going to work there as well. These three are just absolutely perfect. I couldn't ask for anything better than that. They fit beautifully. This one is just, I mean, that's too tight. I gotta force that in there. It fits kind of okay in that slot, but I'm gonna loosen this one up. I'm gonna make one more pass with my router and just give it another skim cut, and then we'll come back. Much better. Beautiful fit. Nice and tight. Okay. Now I'll set my drill press up and drill the holes. Let's see, they are about 7 inches long, so I can get 3 of them out of here. Okay, you're going to want to drill your holes and countersink them before you cut them into your stops. And as I was doing this, I thought, why not, instead of cutting them in half, I'm able to get 2 2-inch stops and then one approximately 3-inch stop. So I end up with a couple extra of the shorter ones, doing it this way, but better yield, I guess, out of the pieces I have. I don't think 3.5 inches versus 3 is that much of a drop off. So I'll cut these into stops. Then I'll come back and show you how I'm going to make this this dual purpose one here out of the 4 pieces. And when you're drilling these, I drill them from this side so that I can line my drill bit up with the tab. That assures you that that screw is going to go right dead center of that slot. So when you put your bolt in here, it's going to fit just the way you want it. This is the perfect place to use my small parts jig here. So I'm just going to make a curve cut. And maybe I'll come this way just a little bit. I'll make this cut on all 4, and then I'll just waste out the remainder and see where I'm at as far as thickness goes. Do that to the other remaining 3 pieces. Take my chisel and just pare that down, make it look nice, and then check it on my extrusion and see how it's going to work. I wasn't really thinking when I cut that first one. I went this direction, and as I got here, you lose that support on this side, so it's better to work from the inside out so that you maintain that support out here as long as you can. No easier way to clean these up than on my bench. Just take my shoulder plane, and get rid of all those grooves, or most of them. This is not that important that they be perfect. Matter of fact, I think that's good enough right there. But now you see what I've got going here. I've got a clamp or a stop that I can use for thin stock. Let's just bring that. If this were my 1/2-inch stock, I'm going to bring that in. It's below the surface. And then if I've got 3/4 inch stock, I can turn it around and use it this way. See if I've got some 3/4 inch, like that. So that's below the surface. So a multi-function or multi-use stop block, I'll still have these as well, but that's gonna work out nice. It does a nice job. Takes all the sharp edges off. I'm not worried about the bottom edge here because that's down against the extrusion. So that's it. That's how quickly you can sand these up. I got these done here already. Rounded off the corners, sanded these edges, and that's going to be a nice way to a nice stop, a versatile stop. So that's it. Thanks for watching.